Hi, my name is Holden Brandenstein, and I am the writer, director, and producer for the senior thesis film Diega. If you haven't done so already, I would definitely encourage you to watch the quick overview video that I made talking about the project as a whole, so you can have a good idea as to what we're hoping to accomplish and what the film's about. This video is going to be dedicated to talking about my fundraising philosophy, ideology, or whatever you want to call it. Basically, what I think could help this really be successful and let us do everything we can in making the film the best it can be. So, first off, the current goal of $5,000 is mainly a placeholder until I get around to the specifics of the budget, which will get its own video and everything, so everyone can have a look at the behind the scenes of what exactly the money is going into, or towards. A better estimate might be something around $3,000, and I'm pulling numbers from the P3 film that I produced in the first semester of my junior year. Thing is, though, is that budget included a grant from the school that every crew got, but in P4, what's granted by the school depends on how many students you have working on a given production for credit. So it isn't a set amount like it is in P3. And the point being that we need to raise more on our own in order to try and have a successful production. Bit of a tangent, but all necessary details that I think should be mentioned, all the different factors and whatnot that'll go into how much specifically we'll need to raise. But anyhow, what's my actual philosophy behind all this? My thought process is that it's easier to get 50 people to donate $1 than it is to get one person to donate $50. You're asking a lot more from someone to part with $50 than $1, obviously. So seeking more donations overall, more so than a few large donations. Essentially, quantity over quality. Not to say that those dollars aren't as appreciated or any less valuable sentimentally as a large donation, but you know what I mean. So, with that said, spreading word about the project and sharing it around so that as many people as possible can see it could prove to be extremely effective in helping reach our goal. So if you'd like to support the project and really our futures as up-and-coming filmmakers, a simple dollar could go a long way. And even if you can't spare any money, simply sharing the film and the fundraiser would be a huge help as well. Regardless of how much you might be able to donate, sharing is free. So if that's the only thing you do, I'd be happy. Sorry, the family dog is right next to me as I record this. Hey. He's not quite in frame, but maybe you'll see him wandering around. Anyways, last thing I'll mention before ending this is the idea of executive producer credits and maybe some of the other stuff for those that donate a certain amount. Whatever we do, stuff like signed poster from the crew, stuff like that, I wouldn't want it to be something you have to donate a ludicrous amount to be able to get. There's going to be friends and family supporting us who deserve a little something for their donation. I'm not charging people $300 for a signed piece of paper. We're not there yet. Obviously the donation costs would have to offset whatever potential costs it might take to make and ship out whatever goodies we come up with, but that's logistics. Regardless, I can't imagine it being much at all. Now, for executive producer credits, that's where it's a bit of an exception to the other stuff. For those that might not know about this, what an executive producer is, simply put, it's someone that substantially supports a film financially. This is a very common thing you'll see in the industry where films cost like $30 million on the low end. It only gets higher from there. Obviously, the budget for this film is nowhere near nowhere near that. So an executive producer credit, again, isn't going to be anything ludicrously high, but it is another thing that comes down to logistics. Out of everything, it will most likely end up being the most expensive tier reward, if you will, because for every person that donates for that credit and earns it, their name has to be included within the credits. Because that's the whole point of it. The big reason this is an issue is that we have a hard cut time limit we're not allowed to go past. So what ends up happening is if you have a bit of a longer film within the 12 minutes you're allowed, you might have to cram in all your credits within a minute, which leads to people doing like slideshows that are just full of text, super small, you like can't even read it. Or it is rolling credits, but they're moving by so quickly that you can't even make out anyone's name. And it's ugly. It just doesn't look good. And it's disrespectful, honestly, in my opinion. The point is that I'd like to give everyone the proper time for their name to be up on the screen, to express our appreciation for their involvement and investment in the film. So with that said, the more names we have, the more problematic it becomes. Either way, that's my philosophy. 50 people giving $1 over one person giving $50. If you are interested in the film and are generous enough to donate, it would be greatly appreciated. And don't forget to share. I mean it. Like, do it right now so you don't forget. We've all done it. You know, to like go and think, I'll do that. I'll get to it later. 90% of the times, you just forget. You know, we all do it. But yeah, just I'm done. I have nothing else left to say. You know, you can leave this right now, drop everything, share it. But yeah. So that's it for this. But yeah, so stay tuned for future things. My dog is right behind me, going crazy. Chasing your tail! Chasing your tail! Hold on, let's see. Let's see if we can... We'll end the video with Bailey. With Bailey! Oh, look! There's your Bailey! Oh, 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 oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh. Alright. Bailey, come here. Come here. Would you tell them to give us all of their money? Can you do that? Can you say, give the film all of your money right now? Alright. Thank you guys. Donate and share. That's all. Tune in for the next development. Goodbye, Billy. Goodbye, Billy. Ready?